First, a WWE Hall of Famer awaiting her fate in court, how much time she could spend behind bars. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Bridget Ellison.
And I'm Justin Mormouth. Tamara Sytch was arrested out of Daytona Beach in March of last year. She was accused of killing a 75-year-old man in a car crash while driving under the influence. Police say her blood alcohol content was 3 times the legal limit. Sytch pleaded no contest to the crash, but she's facing several charges.
And News 6's Molly Reed is live from the courthouse at noon, where Sytch is appearing in front of a judge. Molly.
Well, it's been a packed courtroom here in Volusia County this morning with friends and family from both sides of this case. Now, again, Sytch is facing up to 25 years in prison, and her defense team is trying to argue for a lower sentencing here today. Now, Sytch pleaded no contest again back in August to 8 charges, including DUI, manslaughter, and driving with a license suspended. Prosecutors say she was driving drunk in Ormond Beach in March of 2022 when she crashed into a car that was stopped at a red light, killing the 75-year-old man who was in that car. Reports say Sytch's blood alcohol content again was 3 to 4 times the legal limit. And today prosecutors are going for that max penalty, saying she's a danger to society and a repeat offender. Her defense team, though, is arguing she has a long history of mental health and health issues that led to alcoholism, and that those mental health issues would make a lower sentence more appropriate. So far, we've heard from 2 psychiatrists the defense brought in as witnesses who evaluated Sytch and say there's a family history of alcoholism, and her life on the road and in fame was dysfunctional, leading to a lot of those issues. Now, again, we've heard from 2 of the defense's witnesses so far this morning. This is expected to go on several more hours. We'll bring you those updates.
Damn, man, this is some sad-ish. All the way across the board. Tragic, terrible. Just when you see people messing up, throwing their life away, like, we all know people like this. Or maybe at one point in time, you or yourself, right? Just comment if you've seen this. We've all seen these kinds of stories. People doing drugs, drinking, constantly in trouble. Many fucked up situations, getting arrested, in and out of jail. Things that went really bad, and people always say, man, you're gonna die, or you're gonna hurt someone else, or kill someone else. And you know, it's just a shame. An old man dead. And Sunny, former WWE, was it, they weren't even called divas back then, I forget. Comment, y'all, what exactly, she was the first, more or less. She gets credited at that as like the first big female of the pro wrestling world, although before her there was Sister Sherry, Scary Sherry, Sherry Martel, all the same person, you know. Luna, but Luna was more of a wrestler and total different vibe. But Sunny was on top of the world, man. They brought her to WWE, and it's just a shame, you know. Before, she's been on a downslide for many, many years, as she got sentenced to 17 years. You've seen they were talking about 25. They wanted the max. And they're arguing, the defense team's trying to do their job, like, please, mental health, drug addiction and stuff like that. Go with the light sentence. 17 is definitely a lot of time, but at the end of the day, they kind of looked out. They didn't max her out. But real talk, like, she's had so many chances. WWE paying for former superstars rehabs and stuff like that. Sunny got treatment so many damn times, they cut her off and said, we just can't do it anymore. No, we're not footing the bill. Sorry. You know, like when they were doing Dark Side of the Ring on Chris Candido, known as Body Donna, what was it, Skip? He was Skip, right? Skip and Zip. I believe he was Skip in the WWE. You know, that's when Sunny first WWE from the debuted in the WWE. Sorry, y'all. Came up from, I think, was it Ohio Valley or Smoky Mountain? They were doing their thing there. Kind of was almost like a WWE developmental territory back then. And, you know, she got called up, and there was all kinds of substance abuse going on, her cheating. There's stuff out there where wrestlers said it got to the point she was doing acts for drugs and things like that. I mean, this is a long story that I'm shortening when it comes to all that stuff. also affairs with other wrestlers. Like, they did the Dark Side of the Ring on Candido, and she didn't want to be a part of it, and she was definitely looked at in a negative light, as she was still locked up at that point, and she just thrown her life away, is the point that I'm trying to get out, that this wasn't just like an overnight thing. And when it comes to this with the court, how I was speaking in the beginning, when the defense team's talking about, yo, go light on her because of this and that, they're like, listen, this has been going on forever. She's gotten treatment many times, continues to go down this path. She's been arrested for domestic violence. Like, she's just been nothing but problems and trauma and heartache, and just a really, really sad, terrible story that's gone on for far too long, and she didn't get it together. You know, like, so often when people say, oh, this person has this problem or that problem, you know, I'm not a person that looks down on people at all. I don't think I'm better than people. I'm an understanding person. We all go through stuff in life, but at some point you got to get it together. Like, just because you got problems is an excuse to be a fluck up, or to be a jerk, or to be a shitty person. And I don't know, it never really seemed, in my opinion, like Sunny truly wanted to work on herself. You know, aside from the fact of all this affairs, addiction, arrests and stuff, many arrests, it was so sad. I want to say around 2014, 15, 16, somewhere in that time frame, it made major news that she did an adult film, porn, right? And it was like really sad, because she just, as you see here, does not look how she used to look at all. She's fell off, not taking care of herself. Like, to keep it real, it was pretty fucking gross and sad. And then on the side, on her social medias, what she was trying to do was like, hey, during when WWE Raw or SmackDown is on, come cam with me. Like, she was doing the cam girl stuff, and I'll give a special rate at that time. It's like, damn, that's what it was. Like, back then you were in the WWE, on top of the world, getting other opportunities and stuff like that, and modeling and whatnot. And now all these years later, you're washed up, overweight, broke, busted, disgusted, can't be trusted, doing porn and trying to, hey, come do the cam girl thing with me. Like, it is just really, really bad, man. This is terrible. And when I say this is a sad story, I know this has kind of been long-winded, but we're not just looking at what's so sad about Sunny throwing her life away. She killed someone, you know, and a lot of people felt that she had a lot to do with the death of Chris Candido, who, you know, all the wrestlers, I've never really seen a pro wrestler say anything bad about that guy, that he was a stand-up guy, a nice guy. He loved Sunny. He didn't want to believe a lot of the stuff that was going on. He chose not to see things happening right in front of him. And, you know, you could say she helped put him in the grave as well. I believe some people flat out say she killed him. I mean, not physically, but, you know, comment, wrestling fans, what you think about that. But at the end of the day, man, this is what happens with a lot of individuals when they don't get it together. It never ends good. So Tammy Lynn Sytch, a.k.a. Sunny, formerly of the WWE, her story has seemingly come to a close. 17-year prison sentence. She's 50 years old. So maybe she can get out like 67, when she could possibly get out maybe a few years earlier with good time. I don't know how they calculate time there or whatnot, but I don't know, man. It's just all bad. A train wreck, a dumpster fire. I mean, let's talk about it, guys. Real talk. Pro wrestling fans. That's the thing too with Sunny. She was, you know, those that watch the channel, you guys know I fluck with pro wrestling. I actually have a channel that I was working on, making some great wrestling content, in my opinion, right, and having some great discussions with pro wrestling fans, but got locked out of it. Gotta get back in there. But wrestling, you know, is a community, and a lot of people love wrestling and still follow it or whatever. Some people, not such big wrestling fans, but, you know certain individuals and talent because of how big they were. And Sunny, I believe, is someone like that, who, when she was on top, even if you weren't really into pro wrestling, you knew who Sunny was. She threw it all away, didn't get her ish together, killed an old man, and that's what it is. Comment, let me know your thoughts. Sometimes people's downfall is gradual, Sometimes people, it happens quick. Hers was very, very long-winded, man. And, you know, the other sad thing I'm going to say before I close this out is, since she's been locked up, it doesn't, and not just with this situation, with other situations, it just doesn't really feel to me like she ever really takes accountability for anything or really has any remorse. Real talk. Like, she's a fucked up person, man. And I feel comfortable saying that, being someone who knows I got I'm no saint. I'm, you know, challenged to be a better person, and have no problem looking at myself, working on myself. Like, Sonny is fucked up, man, and prison is where it looks like her story is ending, man. So comment, share your thoughts. Let me know if you'd like to delve into the Sonny story and more videos or whatever. If you watched my wrestling channel at all, the one I got locked out of, comment and let me know below. I was thinking about starting a new one from zero till we get back in that other one. So that's it for now, man. 17 years, that's a long time. And you see how long these proceedings went on. The news was covering this all day from like 9 to 5. But keeping it real, I think they still showed her some love, not maxing her out. I kind of thought that they might. But I'm out of here. Peace.